So there are essential amino acids. Amino acids, they're the building blocks of proteins. So you can kind of look at those, they're letters in the alphabet.
Yep.
And then you string them together and you get peptides, which are protein fragments. And so each peptide's a word. And when you put the words together into a sentence, that's a protein, right? And so if you look at the composition of letters that are in what you eat, there's ones that are required for us to live called cysteine and methionine and tryptophan. Mm-hmm. So you must have them or over time you'll starve.
So there are only 3 essential amino acids, Dave? No, son. I think you better go back to your basic biology textbook and look up how many essential amino acids there are, because it's a lot more than 3. Good.
Slight problem. If you have too much of them, they lead to systemic inflammation. Systemic inflammation is a sign of mitochondrial dysfunction, which means they're making you older.
Okay, number 1, excess in those 3 particular amino acids does not necessarily lead cause and effect to inflammation at all. False. So yet another Dave Asprey pseudo-fact pulled out of his ass and spewed upon an unsuspecting public. Nonsense. Number 2, inflammation is not a sign of mitochondrial dysfunction necessarily at all, Dave. Again, dirt, just nonsense, just garbage. No science there at all. None.
So your risks for cancer and cardiovascular disease do go up if you overconsume animal protein.
Nope. Again, no evidence for that. No studies being done. Only epididdly-doodly-mooly-mology. We've covered that. It's absolute garbage. It's absolute nonsense. It's not worth the paper it's written on. Anyone that espouses that garbage as science immediately disqualifies themselves to be taken seriously as a scientist at all, because that is not what we do in science. Sorry.
So then the logic would say, well, don't eat any of it then, except for the fact that you need those. They're essential and they're building blocks. The good news is that almost no one is going to be protein deficient if they were to go vegan. It's not about protein. You might miss a few of your conditionally essential ones, but you would miss out on things like collagen proteins, including di- and tripeptides, that really help you to build the cartilage in your joints and keep your skin working. And the types of fats that come in animals are very important. So what you end up finding is all of us should be eating way less animals, but that doesn't mean we should eat 0 animals. All of us should be eating way more dairy fat, but not more dairy protein, because that protein is not the ideal protein for.
Oh my God, that is just absolutely appalling, Dave Asprey. We should be eating less animals, you said. No, we shouldn't. There is no evidence to support that claim. That is your opinion, and it should be caveated as such. Frankly, it's a stupid opinion, but there you go. We should be eating more dairy fat. Why in the purple fuck should we do that, Dave? Again, no evidence in support of that whatsoever. Why should we eat or consume a large amount of fat from dairy? That's not what we're designed to consume. Once we're weaned off our own mother's milk, by the way, not the milk of a completely different fucking animal, we don't need milk anymore. After that, we need proteins and fat of a saturated animal kind, or a largely saturated animal kind. Dave, you've got to stop making shit up.